Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, sampler V series reviews I do for the water. I go over there, try out food and drink items, eat stuff, and drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I'm wearing a Grody work shirt, but it's not because I just got off of work. But anyway, it's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. I'm going to explain the shirt situation. Not that you care, but, just for my own personal isms. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I am wearing one of my Grody work clothes. If you watch my videos, typically if I'm in my truck and I'm wearing Grody work clothes, that means I just got off of work. I was on my way home and I found something to review for all of you. That is definitely not the case today, not even slightly. Actually, at the time that I'm doing this, in about an hour, I'm going to go see a movie. And that movie is going to run a really long time. And when that movie gets out, I'm basically going to have to go right from the theater straight to work. So, hence the Grody work clothes. And if you're interested in the movie, it's called The Wind Rises, I believe. It's a Miyazaki Studio Ghibli film. I guess it was supposed to be his last movie like 10 years ago, which I didn't realize, but they're doing Studio Ghibli Fest, so they're, showcasing a lot of the movies in theaters, and I've never seen this one, but I haven't seen a Studio Ghibli movie that I dislike. So, on my way there, thing is, typically when I go to see a movie at this particular theater, when I have the option, I like to stop off at a particular place, which leads me to the review today, folks. So, where am I reviewing stuff from today? Boom! It's Middleterranean Kitchen. It's just Middleterranean, but I actually have reviewed stuff from here like 3 years ago. Back when the channel was still very new, I went over there, I was doing restaurant highlight videos, and Middleterranean was one of the ones that I did. And thankfully, one of the ones that's still open. A lot of the ones that I highlighted are sadly no longer around. But Middleterranean is going strong. They specialize in Middle Eastern food and Mediterranean food, that kind of thing. And I like to get them before and or after I go see a movie. So, what am I reviewing for Middleterranean? What are we doing? I got a couple things, but first thing is... boom! It's a burger, which means that it's going to end up in my Burgers for Days playlist, and because it's a local spot, it's going to end up in my Sampler Platter Local Love playlist. There you go. This is the... open. I appreciate them still having menus. That's a nice thing these days. It's a lamb Kefta burger, and it cost me $10.50. So, let's take it out, get a look at it. Nice thing is, if I get shit on this shirt, I do not even slightly care, because it's just a grody-ass work shirt. Let's open it up. Oh god, it's so warm. Can we... ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Sure! Let's try it out, man. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. One of the things I love about Mediterranean, all their food, is the freshness. Like, everything I've ever had from them has always tasted fresh and super delicious. I love the seasoning. Because they definitely make use of that Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, spice platform that they have. And it's just got this, not exotic, that's not the way to put it, but it has this very regional feel to it, very regional taste. And I've never been to the Middle East, nor have I been to the Mediterranean, but it's definitely, excuse me, it's very evocative of that location, that type of food. And, I mean, this is just super freaking good. I love the sauce. I think it's a tahini sauce, if I'm not mistaken. So it's got kind of a little bit of a tangy bite, almost like a mayo, but different in the way the profile comes through. It's got more of a fresh kind of vibrancy than most mayos do. That is just super good. Now I will say this: it's a burger, fair dues, but as somebody who eats a shitload of burgers, I do always have to comment when it comes to stuff like this, like non-traditional burgers, non-beef burgers. Like, this is definitely very different than a, classic burger. But you do get a lot of fucking meat, but you can see, it's obviously the makeup of it is very, very different. The way it eats is very different. The way you bite into it is very different. It's got more of a firm structure to it than typically you get with like ground beef burgers, where, you bite into a nice ground beef burger as long as it's been cooked properly, which is medium well, by the way. Or not medium well, what the fuck am I talking about? Fucking medium rare. When you go over there and you bite into it, like a proper, again, just a proper beef burger that's been cooked well, you bite into that, it's got a little squish to it, and it's got this, just very sumptuous kind of texture and everything. With this, it's a much firmer texture. But, that said, that's not a bad thing. That's just a quality of, the way it's prepared and the type of meat they're using and everything. But it is different. You don't get that same sumptuousness. You don't get that same juiciness. But it's very flavorful. Even against all of the really strong flavors at play, it's definitely got a nice meaty flavor to it. I like it a lot, man. I'm almost certain I've had a Kefta burger. I'm almost certain I've had this burger before from Middleterranean. I don't get out there that often. I don't go to movies that often. Like, this week has been weird because I've been out to, see 4 of them in less than a week. But, I mean, it's really good. Is it a substitute for, a proper American-style cheeseburger, what have you? No, it's not. But I'm not looking at it for that. I'm not looking at it to go over there and replace the, one of the things I love most in the universe. No, this is definitely its own thing. I mean, you can call it a burger. It's on the patty. It's doing its thing. And it's super good. And like I said, I love the flavors at play. I love the freshness of it. There isn't anything that I dislike about this burger. But, again, it is not a substitute for a hamburger or a cheeseburger. It's definitely a very different situation. But, I mean, Middleterranean, like I said, obviously I've been there a lot of times. I'm a big fan of what they do. And, this really highlights why. It's seasoned really well. The quality of the food is really good. And, and it's a simple thing. It's they're actually right next to I think it's a Brazilian place, I want to say. And I've been there a couple times, too. It's really good food. But that place, it's very much a sit-down spot. It's a very formal kind of thing. With Middleterranean, it's a nice little spot, but it's a little spot. And, you pop in, you get some really super tasty food that's, way above what you're going to get from, pretty much any fast food place. And it's going to be unique, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be really well seasoned. That's one of the things I love about Middleterranean. It's one of the reasons why I like going to them before I go, like I said, before or after I go to out to a film, because I can get it quick and easy, it's not going to weigh me down, and it's going to be super good. So, all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely and absolutely. Like I said, I'm coming into this one less as I wonder how this will be, and more just I I just wanted to feature Middleterranean on my show because I like their stuff, and, I feel like they deserve showcasing. They're a really good operation. But I definitely would get it again. Like I said, not in place of a burger. It would definitely be if I wanted specifically that, Middle Eastern, Mediterranean style food. But I would definitely get it again. As for recommending it, I highly recommend this spot. Highly recommend it. If you are in the Illinois area, kind of western suburbs type of place, you happen to be making your way through the area, absolutely check it out, please. It is really, really good. The people there are super nice. I've never once had a bad experience. So, anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly non-conventional burger-tastic rest of your life. Because typically I'm not the biggest when it comes to non-conventional burgers. Like when people go over there and like, oh, it's a chicken burger. Bitch, that's a chicken sandwich. You can suck my ass. The only way it's a chicken burger, by the way, is if it's like ground the fuck up or something like that. If it's a chicken sandwich, it's a chicken sandwich. I don't fucking care. Stop it. I like a chicken sandwich. You all know I like a chicken sandwich. I have an entire playlist called Chicken Sandwich Wars. Let's be reasonable here. But anyway. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, especially right now. We got this big freaking heat wave going on, man. I'm not a big fan of that. I had to go into work and try to deal with this stuff. Buh. And to credit, it's not as bad as some places, so I'm trying to, count my blessings as they were, but Jesus. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you've got some sort of a wacky local spot that, serves up some super banging food that you don't feel enough people give enough love to. Well, here's what you do, folks. Clearly, you go over there and you start up a, YouTube channel of your own. You go over there, you highlight these places. You might get maybe a couple dozen views. Sometimes you get weird amount of views. I got a lot on a Pop-Tart one for some reason. I wasn't expecting that, but people were like, Applejack Pop-Tarts, that's the money review. Cool. And you probably won't realistically get much traffic their way, but you might. And even if you get one more person to be interested in it, hey, it's worth it. I personally feel. Hell, that's why I do the show. Ah! Or conversely, just make sure you hit those spots, folks. It really is important. And I don't want to make it seem like Middleterranean's like in some dire situation or anything. It's not. I just, they're a really good spot. I want them to stay around for as long as possible because they're really good. Bye!